guys, welcome to 21 days of code series with Ozone. Today, here we are with first problem for the day 7. The problem is valid parenthesis. Let's jump straight onto the whiteboard to understand the problem first. The problem reads as follows. Given a string containing just 3 characters, opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis, opening braces, closing braces, opening square braces and closing square braces. Determine if the input string is valid. And there are two parameters that we need to judge our string on. An input string is valid if open brackets must be closed by the same type of brackets, and second, open brackets must be closed in the correct order. Now, what does the mean here? Certainly, the first point states that for each opening bracket, there must be a closing bracket of the same type. For example, if there is an opening parenthesis, there must be a closing parenthesis. And as for the second point, open brackets must be closed in the correct order. That is, if you have a parenthesis and a square bracket, then first you need to close the square bracket, then only you can close the parenthesis. In this case, the string will be valid. But if you just shuffle the arrangement here, this will make our string invalid because the square bracket must be closed prior to this parenthesis, and this is an invalid string. Further, moving on with the given example, this is opening parenthesis, this is closing parenthesis. It follows both the given conditions, so the output would be true. In the second case, as you can see, open close, open close, open close, so true. But in the third case, if you notice that for opening there is a bracket, but for closing there is a square bracket, so it violates condition 1. And of course, if it violates condition 1, we don't even need to check about the condition 2, and we can simply return false from here. So the intuitive solution for this problem suggests that you can use a stack to maintain an order in which the parenthesis is coming and is getting closed. So you can deploy a stack here and check for every incoming parenthesis if there is a valid corresponding closing parenthesis or not. For that, you can have a stack. And taking the example of, say, this string. So first of all, we'll check if our stack is empty or not. For the first case, stack is empty, so we'll simply push this into the stack. For the second case, we will check whether the stack is empty or not. Here, stack is not empty. Also, this is an opening bracket, so we'll check if the bracket beneath this bracket in the stack is a corresponding pair for this bracket or not. And we see that this is an opening parenthesis and this is an opening bracket, and they are different in nature, so we will just push it. Now, for the closing square bracket, we will check the top of the stack. This is an opening square bracket, so they form a valid pair. And if they form a valid pair, we will pop out this element from the top of stack. And we have successfully conquered 3 elements of our given string. Now for the fourth element, that is this given parenthesis, we will again check with the top of the stack whether they form a pair. Yes, they do. So we will simply remove it from the stack, and towards the end we will return whether our stack is empty or not. As in the case of this string, if you try to push, first we'll be pushing parenthesis, then square braces. But as soon as we encounter the closing parenthesis, we will check for the top, and top is a square opening bracket that doesn't form a valid pair. So we can simply return false from this. Moving towards the code. First of all, we'll initialize a hash map that will be holding our character pairs. Then we'll be feeding all the possible pairs into this map. As you can see, there are 3 possible pairs. Now we'll be initializing a stack that will be helping us to check the order in which the insertion and deletion is taking place. Now further moving on, we'll iterate over the characters of the given string and we'll apply our checks at each character. So if the map.keyset contains character, that is, the incoming character is an opening bracket, then in that case we will simply push it into the stack. In the else case, where the character is a value, then we need to check with the top of stack. So we'll put another if condition inside it, which is if stack is not empty and getting the value of stack.peak is equal to the given character, then we can pop it safely, otherwise we need to return false. And towards the end we will return whether stack is empty or not. Now let's try to run this code. Okay, it works fine. Now we'll try to submit this. Perfect, it works. Thank you for watching.